Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Homewrecker Podcast. I am the Golden Greek Alex Arion. I'm joined, as always, by my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing trophy wife, the lovely Monique. Monique, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm lovely, thank you. How are you?
I'm lovely, too.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm fantastic, as always. Yes. So, anything new going on with you this week?
Not really. Actually, not too much.
No?
No. Shocking.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to make great listening, right? Great hearing for people. What are you up to? Nothing. But that's nice sometimes having nothing go on.
It's exciting.
Yeah, just same thing as last time.
Great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah. But I will take this moment to plug my Etsy shop, Wonders by Monique. I give tarot and oracle readings. I make organite. I have skin salves, which are great in the winter, smudging sprays, whole lot of fun stuff, protection bags. So yeah, check out Wonders by Monique on Etsy or go to my website, tarotbymonique.com, and schedule a tarot reading or buy something from my shop.
Nothing like tossing a plug in before you even get into anything else on
Yes.
the show. Okay. All right. Well, yes. So, I'm all off now. I'm like all thrown out of whack. Everything's just messed up. This is what, the third time we started?
What
I feel like this is like a streak we've had going on these past couple of shows where it takes forever to get it started and then everything's just off after. I don't know what's going on. Craziness.
That's crazy. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because of what we're going to try to talk about today.
Oh, yeah? Okay, what are we going to try to talk about today?
I'll let you.
Oh, I see. So because I'm the one that's throwing it all off now, you're gonna.
I'm going to guide you through this
Oh.
episode today.
Wow. Okay.
I will guide you.
All right. Well, again, welcome everybody to the Homewrecker Podcast, and anybody that's been listening or watching for a long time, or for any amount of time, we've been around that long. How long has it been? Now that I'm going off on
I
another
think
tangent.
April will be 2 years?
Oh, okay. Wow.
So
All right.
a year and a
So
half.
anybody that's been with us for some time knows that oftentimes what we will say is we don't know the answers to a lot of questions, but we just want the truth. That's what we're in search of, is the truth. And so that got me thinking, kind of related, but let me just go. Just let me talk.
Just go.
Sorry. So, you know how I was telling you, I feel like lately a lot of knowing what truth is and what's reality, what's fantasy, what's in the Matrix, what's not in the Matrix, however you want to say it. I feel like a lot of it is having to unlearn things that we've learned our
Yeah.
entire life. And I don't know the reason behind or the motivation behind us being programmed or taught the way we're taught. I mean, there's a million different theories for that. Most of them are obviously not good. But I feel like you have to unlearn everything you've been taught because you're literally programmed your entire life from the moment you're born to now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling you how now, when I start to think about things, and I start to question stuff, I try to, instead of saying, well, you just do that because, I try to go, well, wait, what's the actual underlying reason behind why we do things? So I did this little experiment, kind of in our home, like, just to see if anybody would notice something. And what I did, this will make sense in a minute. What I did was, I've shaved my head recently,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I don't really use shampoo much anymore. I put a little soap on my hand and just quickly, whatever, wash my head, whatever. So I was thinking, like, I don't need shampoo anymore. So I'm gonna try not using soap. I know this is gonna sound disgusting. Everyone's gonna get grossed out, right? I'm gonna try not using soap. I'll just bathe in warm water for a while because what did people do back before we had soaps and perfumes and hair conditioners and all this other stuff, right? So I did it without telling you. I didn't mention it at all, and I went 2 weeks just bathing with hot water, whatever, and showering, and that's it. I didn't use any soap at all, none. And I told you about it after. I said, I've been doing this. Have you noticed anything? And you were like,
I didn't notice a damn thing. Nothing.
nothing. Okay.
Doesn't smell bad.
Thank you.
Isn't dirty.
Thank you. So I was thinking about it, and what happened was I noticed a couple of things in those 2 weeks. Some just different various skin issues I've had magically cleared up. My scalp used to always be like real raw, and I used to get kind of itchy on the top of my head a little bit. And I was using some homemade stuff that you'd made for that. But
By skin salve that you can get in my Etsy shop, Wonders by Monique.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, all these things just cleared up, and not like magic, but almost instantly within 2 weeks. All these skin issues I was having. So I thought that was kind of strange. Like, you're taught your entire life, especially now, wash your hands. Use soap and water, wash your hands. Like, now is the big thing, right? And you're always taught you use shampoo, use soap, and everything else. But why? Just because, why? We're told, well, germs, right? But germs are a theory, right? That's why it's called germ theory, right? And if you think about it, your body, no matter what you hear now and what you're told, but your body, you're born as a human being. It's a magnificent piece of, it's like almost perfect if you think about it, because everything has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for everything. You can heal. If you break a bone, you can heal. If you cut yourself, your blood will clot so you don't bleed out. Your cut will eventually heal so your skin heals. Like, your body's a pretty amazing thing. And when you're using soap, getting back to what I was saying, you're eliminating, you're washing away all the oils, all the natural oils that your body produces. Now, if your body's producing it, I'm of the belief now, especially lately, that it's producing it for a reason. Like, there's a reason why, if your skin is dry, why is it dry? Well, maybe because people are putting moisturizer on, all these other things that are chemicals, essentially. But I just proved to myself, I mean, obviously everybody's different, so don't just take what I said and go do it, but I just proved to myself that, okay, wait a minute, I don't need to use all these things. And it was just some random question that I asked myself. I'm like, I'm going to try this just to see what happens. Just to see, am I going to stink? I didn't notice anything. I'm like, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to see if my wife notices who I sleep next to. We sit close together all the time. You didn't notice anything.
Nothing.
So there you go. Again, I may be an outlier, but just one example of a way that we're programmed.
But you know what you just made me think of?
What's that?
So we use all this stuff, so we wash ourselves. And soap, one of the main ingredients is lye, right? Which can be very dangerous if alone. So it's toxic. And you're putting that on your skin. Granted, it's mixed with other things. But so you're doing that. And then I think, okay, your soaps, your shampoos, your conditioners. What happens? It dries you out. So what do? You go buy the moisturizers. You buy this, that, the other thing. And it's almost like the pharmaceutical company where you get one medication for something, but it causes these side effects. So now you have to buy all these other products too. I never thought of that until you said that. Just kind of, interesting. But not saying that's the intention, but it's just a side effect of some of the items that we use.
Yeah. So again, like I was saying before, we're born, I don't care what anybody says, we're born perfect. You're born, you are a perfect piece of life. Like, you're perfect. And that's not being religious or anything, I'm just saying, like, think about it. Just objectively. You're born, you have the ability, your body has an immune system, you have the ability to fight off infections, you have the ability to heal yourself, your body can tell you when you're hungry, when you're thirsty. It's perfect. But we do all these different things to it, and we mess it up.
Do you know that I had a dentist tell me, and this was years ago, she said, we don't need to use toothpaste. She goes, honestly, using a toothbrush and warm water or hot water is fine, because the whole point is using the bristles to scrub off anything that's there. But they do that so they can put fluoride in it. And of course, I used to not see the big deal about fluoride. And Alex was the one who was like, oh no, it's rat poison, you don't want that. And so learning more about it, it's like, oh, this isn't good for me. Haven't, knock on wood, no issues with using toothpaste without fluoride, but we've tried like different things as well. There's,
I don't use toothpaste.
Yeah.
I use a small, tiny amount of neem salt.
Yes, I was gonna say neem salt.
And it's like the smallest, tiniest amount.
Yeah. I've tried it. It kind of doesn't taste great.
It took me like a week to get used to it, and I'm like, this is all I need.
I like the minty fresh flavor from my fluoride-free toothpaste, but that's pretty much it, just to help give it that minty taste.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
but a dentist told me you don't need toothpaste.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because again, brushing your teeth is what you're getting.
You're using
it's
the
not
bristles.
like you could. Yeah, it's the bristles that do all the work, and you moving the bristles back and forth. That's what does all the work, not the whatever you put on the toothbrush. I mean, just to prove that theory or fact, I guess, put some toothpaste on your finger and put it on your teeth. Are they going to get clean? No.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
I saw a thing online. They were talking about beauty hacks, and if you run out of toothpaste, use a strawberry to brush your teeth and like rub it. And I'm just like, because you're taking the seeds on the strawberry, something abrasive, and rubbing it on to get stuff off your teeth.
There you go. So anyhow,
we're not dirty.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, so anyhow, now what I started doing was I use soap like every other shower. That's what I started to do. And like I said, and anywhere where I was having like the back of my arms, I would get like these little red dots, and it was almost like kind of like a little tiny rash.
Yeah.
It's cleared up. Nothing. I just stopped putting soap on there, and like literally it's cleared up. And if you're wondering, well, how do you get clean with it? Just same way you bathe with soap. Just use your hands,
or a face cloth,
whatever it is, and just wash yourself, clean yourself. You don't need soap. But again, that's just something I did and it was like, okay, this is all right. So if we've been lied to all these years, you don't need soap, you don't need toothpaste, you don't need
marketing, baby.
I'm telling you, it's crazy. Just if you wonder whether or not you actually need something, I think like a good question to ask yourself is, were they doing this in the 1700s?
Now, people argue, yeah, but the life expectancy was way shorter because they weren't as healthy.
Was it, though?
I wasn't alive back then.
Yeah, neither was I. We know what we're told. Like, who's to say that people that say that weren't people that are involved, that weren't involved in, like, the medical industry or pharmaceutical industry who were like, back then, you only lived to be 30, but now because we have this, and this medication, we can extend your life. You can live to be 85 or 90 or whatever, Who's to say?
I don't know.
Anyhow. I mean, if you look at the Bible, weren't they living to be like hundreds of years old, the characters in the Bible?
I didn't read the Bible.
I know, we went over this, but...
Yes.
But I mean...
I don't know.
All right, well, we'll move on.
But no, it makes sense. It's that programming, because when you think about it, what happens? You do something one way forever, and then it's like, look at Tupperware. How did people store their food before, in what was it, the 60s or 50s or whatever, you got Tupperware. And then it's like, oh, look at this. Now everyone has Tupperware. Do you need it to store your food? No, there are other ways you can do it.
And it actually, there's depending on what you get, there's harmful chemicals that get released into your food or whatever you're storing.
Yeah, and people, like, when you cook it in the microwave, it, like, basically poisons your food.
Right.
Yeah, we got rid of all our Tupperware, and we have glass containers and dishes.
Yeah, everything's glass now.
Yeah.
Everything. Water bottles, everything's glass.
You're doing something for one way, but then they market it as being easier or being a better way to do something. And like I said, marketing.
Yeah, that's everything now. It's crazy.
And then you get programmed into thinking you're so used to doing it a certain way.
You see everybody else doing it a certain way, so you think, well, that's what I have to do.
Especially now, we're in such a day and age where if you go against the grain, like, you get bullied beyond belief. If you don't agree with the majority, the quote-unquote majority, it's like they bully you, so it's like...
I feel like that's not the majority. It's the whoever's in charge of the agenda, because I feel like so much of what's going on, especially now, so many people are like, this is bullshit. This is complete ridiculousness.
So anytime you go against the grain, you get resistance.
Right, and you get these vocal people that
But
attack
it's not
you.
just like someone saying like, oh, you're not conventional, or you don't use soap, or you don't use this or that. Like, oh, that's weird or gross or whatever. Hey, you do you. It's like, you are an abomination and you're gonna kill everyone because of what you're doing type of attitude.
You just blew my eardrums out there. Thank you so much.
I apologize. But no, it's just like, it's so extreme, and it's just like, people are so righteous nowadays. Everyone needs to simmer down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
So, getting back on point here, truth. That's what we want. We want truth. And where are you going to find truth? I mean, mostly it's all through your own self-discovery, I guess. And so, anyway, what I was thinking was, back in the old days, you would go to like a prophet or the wise men to get your answers, to get your truths, to get things, to solve life's mysteries. In the Clash of the Champions, for example, or Clash of the Titans, Clash of the Champions, this is my wrestling brain. In your Clash of the Titans movie, you had the three women who had the eye that could see, and they were like the prophets, right? They had, and like the never-ending story, you had like the two statues. What were they called? Were they scions or something?
I forget. But it's like you have your sages, your oracles, your shamans.
Right. So
your soothsayers.
Yeah, so you would go and you would get your answers, and people would rely on those answers for truth or for whatever they were looking for. Well, we kind of touched on this a ways back in our Hellier TV reviews.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it. So I was thinking, what if we were to go to the Secret Cipher of the UFONauts and ask some questions about, I don't know, just stuff that's going on now, or just ask random questions and input into the cipher and see what comes out. So I thought that'd be pretty interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you want to drive over here on the computer.
Okay, I'll drive on the computer.
So we're going to, the website is, could you read it to me?
I thought you were going to say it.
You got the computer.
TheSecretCipher.com.
There you go. And the Secret Cipher was something that was discovered by Alan Greenfield. And like I said, we talked about him and the cipher a little bit in our Hellier episodes. But so what we're going to do is we're going to input a couple of things. Well, I made a big list. So we'll start out with a couple, and we'll read what the cipher says when you input a certain thing. So I don't know, you want to start with something fun, or you want to get serious right away?
Let's do something fun.
All right, let's do something fun. Okay, so I wrote down a number of different things here. How about first thing? Why don't we do... Okay, yeah, Bigfoot. Just Bigfoot. Let's see what comes up. Gotta scroll.
Okay. Interesting. So I typed in Bigfoot. Results. The first thing. 638 ABK24 ALGMOR3.
All right.
Second is 11 as all there. THIER. Then the next one is of the four.
Now you have to, when you're reading this, some of them will be phrases that will be more than one line.
Mm-hmm. Sakes and loves, in Ra's seat, stops and does.
Ra, like the sun.
R-A, yes.
Yeah.
A book to say how, a child but, a king though, or thou, and a beast shall, and the man, and with whom, as a babe in, as thou wilt.
Thou.
Oh, as thou wilt, assume my, at all since, back for any, book of law my breast I, but love all, but play all, crawl through, damned for, day in your, dust shall lose all, earth and I, feast for, forest, or, gods and deaths, greater, he fall from, he is that,
okay.
Heaven too, yada, yada, yada.
Are you going to read the entire thing?
I don't know. You didn't stop me.
Okay.
I'm like, how far am I going with this?
I was hoping you would just kind of figure out, all right, maybe I should stop now, because it goes for a while.
It does.
Okay, so the whole point is you're supposed to take whatever the cipher spits out of you, you just interpret it as whatever, however you're going to interpret it. It's kind of like getting a tarot card reading. You interpret the information as it's presented to you to fit your own situation, right? Okay, so we did Bigfoot. Why not try Sasquatch? Just see if it's different or if it's the same. or it spits out similar things? Because these are totally different letters for the most part, right?
This one, that's funny. It's like the same thing, 38ABK24ALGMO. So it's very similar, the same to what Bigfoot was for the first thing.
Huh.
And beneath is BK24LGMOR. This has love's sake, a circle, a fool with a rich man, all rituals, always unto, and a slave of, are many art thou, available thou. Yeah.
Thou. THOU is
I
thou.
know.
Thou. Okay.
Hush.
All right. So that's, I guess, interesting.
Okay.
Don't know what that means,
Interesting.
but that's what it's putting out. Could you type in UFOnaut? What's it say if you put in UFOnaut?
Did I do it?
You got to do it the way that it's, yeah. So capital U, capital F, capital O.
Let's see.
So more numbers up at the top.
Am I doing this right? Because it's almost the same. It has like a lot of the same numbers and letters. 8 ABK 24.
Yeah, you don't have to read all that stuff out.
It's just weird. I'm like looking at it. This then has of Ra Hor Ku RA-HOORK-KHU. Skew wise, do well and I will, me and its, of ye that, also these, am I and what arched for.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
And of course, those go down. There's like
They
a
just
lot
keep
more.
going.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Okay. How about, let's see, try tarot. We mentioned it, so try tarot. TAROT. What do we got?
Do well and I, which is interesting because you mentioned tarot, and isn't that what when we put in UFOnauts, it had that same thing in there? Do well and I, yeah. A child or, all ordeals all, also the altar is, and it, and shoot, any god shall, and thy, blood of a, yada yada yada.
At thy.
Oh, at thy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on.
Not
They're like
bad.
3-letter words. Come on. Come on, man.
All right, what else do you want to do?
How about school? SCHOOL. What do we got when we put in school?
638AB.
Just read the words.
Okay. Hells.
That's the first word?
The first actual word is hells.
HELL''S. That's awesome.
Iwas. All words, also I, are, dead, dwell, for God shall, God who harm. Interesting.
That's what you get when you put in school. That's nuts. Wow. Okay. Very, very crazy. And if anybody's wondering how the cipher works or anything like that, you can pick up the book, The Complete Secret Cipher of the UFOnauts by the man that discovered it, Alan Greenfield. Or when you go to the website, thesecretcipher.com, you can see it will tell you right towards the bottom. It has a little box you can click on, that says what is the secret cipher, and it goes through everything for you right there. So feel free to go check that out.
All right, what do you want to try next?
Let's see. That's crazy. I'm still trying to get over the school. Like hells. That's the first. Amazing. How about try technology? TECHNOLOGY.
I'm like, you started saying it, I was typing it, so I mistyped it, but I'm like, I know how to spell technology.
Well, I'm saying it for our listeners.
Oh.
Jeez.
For there is of Rahor-Ku now.
Is that like a god's name or something?
I know
Ra.
I've come across it. No, I've come across that before, and I can't remember where I've come across it.
Huh.
But I think in one of the books I've read, I've come across it.
Okay.
Name it, and it shall, about thy death shall, all in fine, all ordeals, all words, and am heaven, and light in, and the child, are rituals. Interesting.
Huh.
Oh, hold on. I just saw something. Blood worship was in there, too.
For technology.
Mm.
Well, Okay.
Alrighty then.
How about something that you're familiar with? Organite. Try organite. Orgonite.
4, there is a, all touching all, ye are and not, about with, above you and, all in the dark and afterward, as upon the, be it to, be of thee, be willing, bear more, beauty and, behold thou, oh, delight is. So, interesting.
Huh. So, I mean, that seems pretty positive, I would think. I mean, that's how I would interpret it.
I take that more positive, yeah, okay.
All right. Well,
What else?
You want to get a little, want to move towards more seriousness?
Yeah, let's go a little more serious.
Well, I don't know if anybody knows or not, but there was a presidential election, and whenever this comes out, I don't know when we're gonna put this one out, what day, but I think when do we record? Today's the 18th of November when we're recording, and we still don't know who the president is.
Did you notice? It's almost like people have just like accepted it, like, oh yeah, we don't know, whatever. Let's kind of move on, like.
It just goes. I mean, yeah. Think about it. Like, who cares? Honestly, you're screwed either way. It doesn't matter who wins, depending on how you look at it.
All right. Do you want to do the names of?
Well, how about why don't we ask? Let's ask it a question. We haven't done that yet. So why don't we see who won the U.S. presidential election? Should we type out United States?
Yeah.
Okay. So who won the United States presidential election? Let's see what it tells us. Just do a question mark.
Oh. Winged globe, the starry blue, are mine, O Unkfafna Konsu now.
That word spelled as ank.
Ink, sorry.
Not ank or ankh.
Ankh, ink. ANKH hyphen AF hyphen NA hyphen KHONSU.
So is that, I wonder if that's like a god's name or...
Besnamat, BES hyphen NA hyphen MAUT. I feel like I've heard that before.
M-A-U what?
MAUT.
T.
I was saying, I feel like I've heard that name before. My breast I beat, my wise...
By wise.
By wise. Is that supposed to be one word or hyphenated? Ta neck I weave. TA hyphen NECH. Ever knew it, NUIT, had it, Ra, Hor, Kut, the sun, strength in sight.
Kuit,
KHUIT. The cube and the circle, come unto me, is a foolish word. Abide with me, Ra, Hor, Kuit, and all this, and book and say how thou didst. Ooh, Lazuli and Jasper are there, and all rare scents, Jasmine and Rose. I am naked brilliance of the voluptuous night sky. Nothing is a secret key of this law 61, the Jews. Make cakes and eat unto me, this hath also another use let it. Interesting.
Good. What's right under it?
Is invisible, and therein am I, as a babe in an egg blue am. Underneath it, though, hiding of Hadit, Hadit, and blessing and worship to the prophet of, are for the servants of the star and the snake. I am the snake.
That was like a story Trump, I think, tells at his rallies or something. Tells a story about the snake, and it's like kind of like the old Aesop's fable.
Huh. That's interesting.
That's weird, yeah. Very interesting. Well, why don't we put in the two gentlemen who, we have the current president. Why don't we put in his full name, Donald John Trump, and see what that says.
We get numbers and letters. Then Sky, the self-slain. Azure-lidded woman. God and their men.
Gods and their men.
Oh, gods and their men. I don't have my glasses on.
Put them on.
No. They're all the way upstairs.
Oh my.
Word secret and not. Peace and right. A feast for water. A feast for water, or a. Death, thou. And feasts of the as nothing and the. Aum. All words are sacred. Be purged by. Be subtly, be that state. Keep going down.
Yeah, well, you can just scroll through and see. You don't have to read every one. If there's some that look like gibberish or whatever, read
Heaven
the
let
ones that look
in.
interesting.
Let's see. It's comet. Judgments of Ra. King shall reign. And laughter then a.
Like we're all being laughed at by voting for Trump. That's one way you can interpret that.
Rituals of the old. Sorry
to everybody that is a Trump fan or that voted for Trump if you're offended. Don't worry, I'm going to make fun of the other guy too.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Wilt love is the work to toy with old, is how it ends up.
To each man and woman.
All right. Well, why don't we move on? Why don't we put in some interesting results when you put in the current president's name?
I'm just trying to, as I'm, saying it, I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, it's just wrapping my brain.
Yeah, weird, right? Okay, so this gentleman's name, he is not the president-elect. I don't care what the news is telling you, because that's not official yet, so let's all relax on that. But Joseph Robinette, Robinette, Biden Jr. And let's see what we get.
I'll spell out Junior. Let's see. Ooh, listen to the numbers and words, followed by 4638A BK24. The minister of Horpar Karat and the Kahabs, Khabs.
Kahabs? I don't know. That's a guess.
The cube in the circle come on two, despised among you, also for beauty's sake, and streets and die cold, and hungered, hungered, but splendorous serpent, O azure-lidded woman.
Wasn't there something about
with azure-lidded woman was with Trump too, but this has serpent.
Weird.
War engine, with it ye shall smite thee.
Does that mean we're going to have more wars if Biden is sworn in?
Skies and other women shall awake the lust and worship.
Okay.
All right, let's
take that how you will.
Strike hard and low, and to hell with them, master. Okay.
Wow. There's a lot. It seems like a lot of. I'm as you're going through. I'm seeing the word hate a lot. I'm seeing war.
Disappear my prophet is a fool with his. Else is a curse, accursed be it.
What?
First reading, whoever disregards this. For behold, thou, O prophet, shall not behold at all.
What?
For from no expected house cometh.
Very interesting. Again, take that how you will.
Refine thy rapture if thou drink.
And we're just kind of, apologies for the pauses here, but we're just kind of scrolling through.
There's
a lot. We're not reading everything because there's a lot.
There's so much. I mean,
but please, go and check it out for yourselves.
Yeah, and I'm recording this, so as we type it, it's recording. And
you're screen recording?
Yes, I'm screen recording the computer, so if you watch us on YouTube or Brighteon, I'll edit this into the video.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Huh, wow. So, yeah, I don't know when this is going to air, but,
All right, then.
Very interesting. All right, why don't we, you actually brought this up. some of the phrases that we're seeing now.
Oh my God, these phrases.
Yeah, all this nonsense, all these programming phrases that are plastered everywhere, that we're seeing everywhere. Why don't we type in some of these? How about the first one?
Let's try new normal.
Yeah, let's try that crap out, shall we?
So letters and numbers for the first thing. Then the second is the words 4, 6, 3.
Here we go. The first
sorrow and the.
That's
are
definitely
also
normal,
one, and cries and feasts and fire and his kin are but art fallen, as all there at them be with children. Close it, dead, amen.
Close it,
dead, amen. Divided, do thy will do. Let's see.
Drink by fire and from her gold forge.
Hangs upon hidden and whore in his hope in a mask of in an egg, which is funny. In an egg embryos are used for vaccines. Interesting. They're used like in the flu vaccine. There's like if you have egg allergies, usually you can't. In locked. Let's see. Olive oil. All right.
Shadows they shall reign. Sign in, so she sky, hal ye. Smoke I am. Soldiers who sorroweth spit on. Strive than this, that I am the floor, the one, the woman. Them at, then oil. This also is this book. This does thy way in times to dine, which thou who are of us, who makes, will give, will of love, will slay me. Woman shall awake, woman that ye shall be.
And
what?
So it's interesting because a lot of people have been talking about like changing. A lot of male energy is dying off and female energy is coming in. So there's a lot of talk about woman, and it's not male female in terms of like sex, like I'm a male, you're a woman. It's like energy. We all have male and female energy.
Yes, I know what you're saying, but thank you for explaining that
to the listeners. So just interesting, a lot of stuff about women, and I wonder if you were to take it to read into it for something else, maybe something about that feminine energy is coming back in. I don't know.
Is that why you're seeing men now wearing dresses more, and it's like a fashion thing?
Okay, I'm going to give my opinion on this. I don't care. Like, it used to be kind of punk rock to do stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like if you want to wear a dress, I don't care. But don't expect anyone else to either.
Hey, I'm with you. But whatever. As long as you're not bothering anybody, not harming anybody, you're not bothering me.
I don't care. But don't expect anyone else to care. You just do you. And if you're doing it for attention, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
No, I know. But I mean, you're seeing it more now. Like a lot of athletes are wearing like stuff that doesn't look very...
they're trying to
manly,
make it demasculine.
Yeah, almost like and like you always hear that term toxic masculinity, whatever the hell that means.
I'm shaking my head.
And all this nonsense that's out there now.
Mansplaining.
Yeah, like all this other stuff. It's like whoever is programming society now is trying to make men
let
not
men
be men.
Yeah, and let women be women. And there are strong women that
don't say that. That's controversial now. You can't say that. Come on. Can't say that.
I don't care. I'll say what I want.
All right.
Okay, what else we got?
Moving on. Okay.
Oh, what's that stupid one I hate because it's horrible grammar? Build back better.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Oh, that one irks me. It's like just terrible.
Yeah, that's the new one that's getting pushed everywhere. Build back better.
Let's see. Enthroned in Roz.
Enthroned. You want me to read because you're missing words or you're mispronouncing. You said you're not wearing your glasses. I'm not trying to insult you. You said you're not wearing your glasses. If you're having a hard time, I'll read them.
I can do it. Anne - hungered but let the hawk-headed mystical star splendor knew it? Is that how you say that? NUIT. So. Unique and conquer. System and system. Conqueror. System and system let trance or swoon, and said unto, but as shadows as they passed, and our priest answered, and said, answered and said unto a proof to the world this, a secret key of this law, adore thee appear on. All I am knew it, and my word is, and death to tremble. And shall stand until the fall. This is getting a little, like, dark.
Yeah, what?
I was like, okay, this doesn't seem too bad. Oh, okay, we're gonna, okay.
Beast shall divine let, but she said the ordeals cometh a rich man, from conqueror I am not of.
There's one, are fools that men adore.
Oh, that's fitting right now, especially. Holy cow.
Let's see.
Gold in the light of mine hath chosen knowing the law. He be a king thou canst, he knoweth me since I am the worshipper. I and what shall be the sign, I will give him when at is a fool with his one. One is a secret door that I is the word abracadabra.
No, it's
Abrahadabra.
abrahadabra.
But the joy is to see your joy. Law of the strong this is. Law to give then they. Letters is done, and I, lovely brows, and the dew of meetings with you. Not the rituals shall be, knew it, and my word is 6 of because that he is. Okay, and none by the book. Prophet is a fool with proud and mighty among rare sense jasmine. Red, my color, is black too. Risk and peril these. What the hell?
Knew it is a goddess in Thelma.
Thelma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thelma. I had to look it up.
And,
I'm like,
and
what
a
is
lot
this?
of this, the cipher was used with a lot of Aleister Crowley's works.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yeah, Thelma, that was the religion he practiced. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not too familiar with Crowley. I know just a little, but I'm not enough to comfortably call myself any kind of a knowledgeable person about it.
So sorry to anyone who knows these words that we're butchering.
Yeah, apologies for mispronouncing something.
We mean no offense.
No, of course not. How about this one? We're all in this together. That crappy nonsense BS phrase.
Is it we're or we are? It's
we're. We, W-E'-R-E. We're all in this together. We're hearing that forever.
Let's see. Sky the self-slain, Ankh Afna Konsu. The prophet Ankh Afna Konsu ordeals all words and signs Rahor Kuit. Abide with me, Rahor Kuit. By wise Tanek I weave its name, and it shall be to you as shalt obtain the order and value. Middle and the circle is red. Him with the god and the adorer. All rare scents, Jasmine and Rose.
There's that sense,
Yeah.
Jasmine again.
Jasmine and Rose. Lust and power. Let me try that again. Lust and power of lust in you, at they shall rule the many. And the are my secret, ye do well.
Are my service.
Are my service, ye do well, and I. Life and death. Thy death shall be. Interesting.
What the frick? Like, seriously, what is this?
Down with rich, fresh blood.
Getting a little morbid now.
With him my claws I tear out.
Huh.
Into a deep trance or swoon.
Well, you could argue that we're all, I mean, that's what that phrase was for, right? To help brainwash us and lull us all into accepting what's going on.
Mantras and spells, the Obeah, O-B-E-A-H, and me for I love you, I love you. Interesting.
What the hell? I don't know what's going on here.
Souls to awful torment laugh at.
I don't know about you, but I'm not
I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies from this one.
It's not very positive. It's not very positive at all. All right. Well,
Okay.
let's try another one.
Yeah.
How about why don't we do COVID-19? COVID-19. Let's try that out. What happens when you put that in?
We got the letters and numbers. Okay. Hand and the. What do I? All is not, all power. Also I have. Let's see, cries. Feasts, fire, for her. Harm ye, hath not. Hidden, his kin, K-I-N. Know not, known to.
Spit test.
Spit test, the half, the hand. This is a to it true, unknown, willing, ye are.
Yeah, I'll say.
Let's try coronavirus.
Yeah, try coronavirus. All lowercase. Try that. What is going on? What do we got?
Lust and power. A fool with his, a word not known. Allowed there,
A word not known.
am divided.
Oh, this is right on the nose.
And cries why.
Oh my.
Are sacred and at all the joy back to it. Battle of be it your, be to you as. Book of the browse and the but live. Day close it. Dead these, delicious, desire of, despised, doubt it, ecstasy nor, fall down into, fill and will of, foam also take, his whole body, I feel is, I peck at, I yearn to, is fear in, king upon, laughter of, mountain must die, my lord had it, my nemesis, nor shalt thou.
It's my nemesis.
Oh, my nemesis, thank you.
I don't know what that means, but I thought maybe.
Rapturous, rejoice.
Rapturous.
Is it rapturous? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, I'm like, it's probably going to be wrong, so I'll say it this way.
Slave of the.
Slave of the, soul to me do.
Star abrahadabra again. There's abrahadabra.
Strike hard. At any god shall, the chosen, the joys of.
The palace, the proud, the stars, and thee he shall, thee up their fold, their words, them it. These are.
You know what's weird? The stars, the palace, the proud, that makes me think of Lucifer. When you think of like the morning star, fallen angel, fallen star, his palace, hell. I don't know, being proud.
Is that a Lucifer thing, being proud?
Well, it's a sin. Pride.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Huh.
Interesting. Let's try Lucifer.
I like my favorite one under coronavirus. Doubt it.
Doubt it. Okay, let's try
boy.
Lucifer.
Lucifer, okay.
11 as all there is of the four, sakes and loves in Rasi. That's come up a few times. Stops and does. A book to say how. A child but a king thou, and beast shall, and the man, and with whom as a babe in as thou wilt, assume my, at all sins, back for any book of law, my breast I, but love all, but play all, crawl through damned for, day in your, let's see, gods in death, he fall from, he is that heaven to help me, oh. Ooh, lapis lazuli, interesting. That came up.
A lot of weird, like, herbs.
And crystals,
Crystals,
or, yeah,
flowers,
minerals, yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, it's very strange.
My beast shall not
Assuage.
assuage. I'm not familiar with that word. Of lustin, of pain and of raw open. Pure will, powerful, red flame. Red ink. Seek me, shall be your, shall mingle, shall remain. Slay me, her.
Oh boy. Okay.
Interesting. Let's try God. Let's see if that one comes out.
Capital G. You gotta erase Lucifer first there. There you go.
Claws. Dog. Glass. God. Now. Odds. Own. T, like the letter T. Wand. Ways.
And that's it for
That's
God.
it.
That's it. Wow.
There's only 10.
All one word. I mean, you could read that all in a row. That's what I noticed with these. You can read, like, some of the phrases will stand alone by themselves and could make sense, and then if you read them all in a row, it all makes sense, and it's alphabetized, too, which is very interesting. And it still kind of makes sense as you're reading it. Well, I mean, the words flow together in a way that could make sense. I mean, I don't know what it means, but or what most of it means.
I feel like we're doing that thing like when people use the Ouija board, not knowing what they're getting into, and here we are like...
Yeah. Well, thankfully, this is not a Ouija board. Hopefully, it doesn't have the same kind of effect.
I have my protection spells.
Okay, all right. Let's try... why don't we get off of... Yeah, okay, yeah, try that one.
Let's try Witchcraft.
Sure, why not? What the heck?
Long in desires. All, death, death. That sounds like a song title or something. I think that would be a catchy song.
Okay.
All in that hour. All is not aught, A-U-G-H-T. Always unto me, and I want to go. And splendor. Art exhaust. Blood of a child or brilliance, damned for a dog, desire you, despise also all, dress ye all in, fates nor gods, first ordeal, flame is as a sword.
Flesh to eat.
Flesh to eat, ugh.
For himself.
For himself, for I am for it is I. Give all but, had profit, hath also another. Heartware, heaven to look, hour oblast. Let's see. And I want to go on in heaven, or is this a lie, this? It by it I call it. Let the good.
Very interesting.
My love will.
Of the king.
Of the man and or gold. Raise consume. Song, I am the.
Sunset, I am. Huh. Very interesting stuff.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Well, you want to get back and have some fun?
Yeah.
Try some other different ones. Let's try to lighten it up. See, well, we'll put in stuff that we think will be light, but who knows what it'll come back with. Actually, before we do that, I want to try one more kind of serious thing.
Okay.
Try putting this phrase here. Masks are. M-A-S-K-S.
Capital M-A?
It doesn't matter, but masks are. And then let's see what it says.
Against.
Abrahadabra.
Abrahadabra. Against. Also I have also reasoned and from and had it and signs and some bear and consoled. Consoled. Crown of all, each man, earth dew, flesh of, from no, had it and harder hold, heaven higher, homeward, is a lie.
Is a lie.
Is your joy if know me, law and its, my book, ritual, snake of, spell show, state.
Huh.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
There's one. You lurk. You lurk. That's just kind of.
My favorite is a lie.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. Well, why don't we? Oh, go ahead.
I was just thinking, we were talking recently about missing 411.
Yeah.
Do you want to try maybe like one of the parks?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
try Yosemite.
Yosemite.
Yeah, Yosemite.
So it'd be capital
Y O S E M I-T-E.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Of Rahor Kuit, a single robe. All the kings of, am above you and, am not of the, am the warrior. Amen, this is, among you also for, and if thou art, and eat them, and none shall stand and profit and understand, are but one. Be known I will. Let's see. Coiled about, come through.
Have a secret.
Eat rich foods.
I have crushed.
Fools of men, and I have crushed in a mask of sorrow. Invisible.
Is
rapture-
defunct.
Yeah. Is rapture. My claws I tear.
Other power.
Ordeals right. W-R-I-T-E. Pity, kill, and
Professional prophet.
red flame is a. Take wine and tear down that child all.
There is no law.
Will alienate.
I like the very last one.
You, I love you.
All right.
Okay, interesting.
Huh. Okay. Well. Yeah. Very bizarre. Now,
Interesting.
I put like our names on here.
Mhm.
I put our real names, and then I put our
Yeah.
podcast names or whatever. And when I put mine in, I had some really, let's just say they were kind of weird for me. Very, very weird. And I put in like my full name
Yeah.
and everything. And yeah, it was just kind of scared me a little bit.
Which is
With some of the stuff that was
yeah, because
like,
you read it to me, but then I
God.
did mine, and mine seemed like
Yours seemed like all happy and nice and great. Mine was like weird. It was like devil's worms, and I'm like, what is this? Like what?
I got like all
Why does my name
fuzzy.
spit this out? Like what
Yeah.
is this? Yeah, and yeah, it was just very strange. So yeah, we'll spare everybody that.
Mhm.
But you know what though? Try just doing our first names, Alex and Monique.
Just Alex or Alex and Monique together.
Just do Alex and Monique together and see what happens. This Law 61. That's
Blue and gold are seen.
knowledge and delight.
That's right. When we did just your name, gold kept coming up too.
Yes,
and
gold
golden.
and golden kept coming up with my name, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, but he
It
didn't
just-
put golden Greek in it. It
No,
was
I
just,
didn't. Just,
yeah.
just my first
Knowledge and delight. Ye do well, and I will reward. Let's see. All cowards professional. Am the warrior lord of, and a feast for water, and laughter than, and 90 rules. And she a moon but two, and that temple are the adorations as availest they are. Be at in your arms, be covered with. Blessing no longer, blood is of the moon. Ecstasy forever. Let's see.
All right. Good deal with
For
that.
the kings I am. His secret name. Homeward there is. In thy rapture. Is a lie, be strong. Let's see. Kisses of the stars.
Let him be, the letters is done.
Of the earth I will. Put on the wings. Save only the blind.
The host of heaven.
Snake another soul of. The best blood is.
I feel like all the positive words are associated with you, and then my name is pulling up all this other stuff.
Aww.
Well, I mean, just based off what I put in when I just had my own name. Like, what the heck is this?
With large limbs.
Terrific.
Who be hermits now? Ow, I just popped my nose.
I'm not editing that. I'm leaving that right in.
I just popped my nose in the microphone.
Nicely done.
Oh, goodness. Any other ones we want to try?
Yeah, well, why don't we do, you came up with this one, Walt Disney World.
Ooh.
What comes up when you put in Walt? The happiest place on earth. Can't be anything but positive, right? Rainbows and sunshine and
Let's see.
fairies and stars and...
With my hawk's head, caress of hell's own, the self-slain
Of hell's own?
of hell's own. Let's see. Be sorry, thou. Blood is of thee. Book of the law and burning in. Consume me. Death thou shalt. Down that lying. Drag down there, empty for. English and thy. From her a child. House in the. House there. And houses in like House of Mouse. Let's see. Love of me and so. Love under will. More joy be.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We had Jamie here for our superstitions episode.
Yeah.
He's like such a big head, by the way. And I forgot to ask him about the Secret Club 33 in Walt Disney World.
yeah.
How the heck did we forget to ask him about that? It just now popped into my mind too, so now, you know.
Okay, I'm going to look it up on here. Club 33.
Oh yeah, let's see what this says.
Well, and I will. Aeon's hell. Eon's hell. And my world. And to hell. At an end. Body in bound and. Fallen eye. Follow me. Jasper. Jasper's in there.
What's Jasper?
That's
So like a flower,
like a
or
mineral
something?
crystal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's like all different types.
Because I know it's a person's name as well. That's why I'm like, well, what are you referring to? I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Of death of men, of law, of damn, pain and poor and the sad. Oh, that doesn't sound like that like happy thing. Huh. Oh, hold on. Visit. Just saw that. Veil of visit. Ye do well, you so fool.
You so fool. Oh my. Wow. Okay. That's very
Okay.
very interesting.
Do you want to do?
Why don't we do Hollywood?
Ooh.
Capital H.
Hollywood. Let's see. A rich. Cakes, clear, dress, fall down. In war is a god. Lazuli. Loud and maid. Ordeal. Shall awake, shall lose. Sign, sing, tell. Will slay. Ye do, you shall.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to take a lot of this stuff. It's just like, what? Wow. Oh, okay. Well, let's ask it another question,
Okay.
shall we? How about, did dinosaurs ever roam the earth? We still have to do a show about that. Let's see what this says.
90 is not the star. This also is. Eternity, my number is 11 as all.
Circles come unto me is a foolish.
Of the hearts of all in her love chant. Unto him with the God and the adorer. Silver and gold, lapis lazuli and jasper are never known, and I never behold the rituals.
Very.
Circle is red, my color is black too. Defunct all is not aught beware hold. Do no wrong if he look but close into.
Egg, blue am I, and gold in the light. Keep saying egg, blue, and gold. Love those colors. Very interesting. Very interesting. Some of these phrases and words that come up when you type in.
Let her be loud and adulterous let.
Okay.
Magician and the exorcist I am. Interesting.
I noticed abracadabra comes up a lot too. Which, abracadabra, every time you hear that, it's referring to a magician doing some kind of a trick. So take that as you will.
With drunkenness to worship me. Your arms, mercy, let be off damn. Okay.
You came up with another one that you wanted to have fun with. Try this word out. Pornography. Which is funny, because that's not anything that that you watch or rewatch or anything.
Let's see.
What happens when you put that word
61, in? Long and desires. In me and its. All in that hour. Always unto me, and I want to go. And splendor. Be thine, be tried. Big after a blood of a child or brilliance. Damned for a dog, desire you. Despise also all. Expect. Flesh to eat.
What?
I think it must be the way the numbers with the letters, like the combinations.
That's what it does, but it's just interesting. This is what comes out when you're putting these particular
of my
words
love
in.
will.
All right. Well,
the victory.
Okay. Let's do one more last question.
Okay.
Are aliens real? Let's see what happens when you ask this question into the cipher.
Number is 11, with my hawk's head, caress of hell's own, the self-slain, the star and the right and fine, absolve thee. What do I feel? An egg blue am. Let's see. Be sorry thou. Blood is of the book of the law and burning in.
Book of the Law comes up a lot, I noticed.
Care not thou, consume me. Death is, death thou shalt. Down that lying, drag down there, empty for English and thy. Let's see.
Very interesting.
Joys of my love of me, and so love under will. Not harm ye at, not of thee, of revealing. Those were lights just flickered.
Yeah, strange. Huh, okay.
That I am a god of. Interesting. Virtuous words. Worshippers. Interesting.
Huh, okay. Well, there you go. Some fun with the Secret Cipher of the UFONauts, which again, you can check out by going to thesecretcipher.com. And you can read all about it and how it was discovered by the man himself, Mr. Alan Greenfield. And you can pick up that book on Amazon, The Complete Secret Cipher of the UFONauts. And this version of it, actually, I think it's the second version that came out. It's 2 books in one. And the second book is, it's like the Men in Black book that he did. So they're both combined. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, definitely check it out. I'm about a quarter of the way through it so far. It's a lot of small print, and there's a lot of like documents and a lot of drawings and pictures in there. So yeah, definitely. If you're into like Aleister Crowley and magic and all that kind of stuff, I think you probably understand it a lot better than me, because there's a lot that's referred to in here that I'm having a tough time with. I have to keep stopping and going and looking up. What does this mean? What does that mean? But it's definitely interesting read. So check it out. And again, you can believe this. You can think it's nonsense. Either way, I just find all this stuff very interesting. So yeah, a lot of weird. The number 11 kept coming up too on a lot of stuff.
Well, I'm thinking like numerology maybe plays a part.
Yeah.
The blue egg, I'm thinking robin, maybe. Robins lay blue eggs or something. I don't know.
And the thing is, a lot of these things that are being spit out, at one time was pretty common. People did know what a lot of these phrases were, what a lot of these things meant, but now it's like, what's that mean? What's that mean? We are truly dumb.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, like,
we are
really
so
gonna
dumb
let this,
now.
really gonna let this marinate. Think about this stuff, and
Yeah. But again, take it as you will, and do with it whatever you're going to do with it. I don't know. It's just something we put into a cipher, and that's what it spit out as. So I wonder if it has any true, real meaning, but without question, something to think about.
did anything resonate? Did something like click for anyone where they're like, "Oh, whoa, that makes sense," or I don't know.
A couple things did for me,
Yeah.
but it spits out so many different things that it's kind of like, all
Well,
right.
some do and some don't.
Right,
Yeah.
like God was like, what, 10?
10.
It was a very small amount of, and they were all just single words, which is kind of...
Which, I mean, you think about it, if we put in the less letters.
Okay. Well, actually, while you're on that, try something. Try a 3-letter word. Try cat. Is it going to just come
24 matches.
Okay, still more than God, and it's
Yeah.
got a couple of phrases.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. Yeah. So,
God who? God shall. Of Ra. Interesting.
yeah, well, it seemed like Ra. Like Ra popped up a bunch. I already mentioned abracadabra. Yeah, very weird. The ones with the president, like with Trump and Biden, when those names were put in, those were weird. Because we didn't put in like questions, we just put in their names, their full names, and that was got some interesting phraseology back. So, anyhow, well, yeah, let us know if any of these resonate with you, like Monique was just saying, and if you want to reach us.
Well, if you try it out and you get some interesting stuff, let us know too. Share what you get with us too.
Yeah. You can reach us on Twitter
at Homewrecker Pod.
On Parler.
At Homewrecker Pod.
On
Instagram's still being naughty.
Maybe,
I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, keep checking Instagram. We'll put it in the show notes, and hopefully we're back up. We'll see. We also have a website.
Homewreckerpodcast.com.
And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button wherever it is that you're listening to this, if you're listening.
Yes.
Whether it be Apple or Spotify, Google Play. Are we on Amazon as well now?
I think we are.
Great, look at that. Just hit subscribe, and if you don't mind, give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate those. And if you want to take a few minutes and you enjoy the show, let us know about it. Leave us a review too.
Yes, please.
We really appreciate it. And if you are viewing or watching us, where can they find us, Monique?
You can find us on YouTube and Brighteon.
Yes. So, and again, you can subscribe to our channels on there as well.
And you can like and leave comments.
Yes. And Monique is always on there. And anytime there's a comment, she'll come to me. What do we say about this one? What do you want to say here?
Well, because I don't want to just answer for the both of us. I like to get his input as well, but I get excited.
Yeah, no, and it's cool. It's definitely cool. So when you're getting a response, it's her typing it, but it's something that we're both kind of saying. It's from both of us. So yeah, so it's pretty neat. So yeah, definitely reach out to us there as well.
Just want to give some love to everyone who does listen and everyone who watches, and even more love for everyone who reaches out to us, because that's awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, so thank you to everybody,
Thank you,
of course,
everyone.
for the continued support.
Yes,
we appreciate
we
it.
appreciate you.
Yes, and do you have anything else you want to leave everybody with? Any final thoughts? What do you think about the cipher?
Oh my gosh. I think there's something to it.
I mean, there has to be.
And it's a matter of now decoding. It's almost like decoding a code, like something that is supposed to give you answers, but they have a code to decode what you put in, but then it's its own code, and then you have to decode that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's got to be
Smart.
something to it.
It's clever.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check out that site, thesecretcipher.com, and read all about what the Secret Cipher is on there and how it was created. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yes, it is.
But get ready to go down a rabbit hole. If this is something you know nothing about, get ready to start doing some research and really learning. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff there for sure. So, all right, well, until next time. I am the Golden Greek Alex Arion. I've been joined as always by my beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, amazing trophy wife, the lovely Monique.
And you've been listening to the Homewrecker Podcast.